make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to him on the ground. Knocked down for the tackle.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll run it to the right. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Pulls it in, it's Riles. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see.
Could be an alley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Lopez. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Noles will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Racing down the left side. Inside the 50. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Iowa! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air. It's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Puts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He is in. Touchdown, Knowles. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Here's a gift to Malton. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal.
And how do you lose sight of the big fella? I I mean, the defense, where were they? They were nowhere around. He comes scot-free. Nice job by the quarterback recognizing it, getting the football, and he does the rest and makes the big play down the field.
Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's not going to take the touchback. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Brown will throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense...
He's going for the big play. He's got it down the field. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's James. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Gets it out quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
They'll ride the hot hand. There's some room. Got enough for the first. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Florida State! He ran through two men on his way to the end zone.
That's why, as a defense, you have to game tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one, David.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, you could tell, once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. So now it's second and long. Brown wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have two left to work with before the half. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got his man to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Malton.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, the 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can...
Punt, and he's got room. Touchdown, Iowa! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's the give to Malton. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 16, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Nittany Lions with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you...
Snags it, and there's running room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Delayed handoff. It's Sands. And the defense drags him down. facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Kamari again, finding some room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown will throw it. Quick strike complete. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Runs through a tackle. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Now they'll run the draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the air, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it on the run, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Kamari again. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. They keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Moulton. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun with Kamari Malton. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
Brown wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Goes high to pull it in. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Iowa! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Well, we know this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
And the extra point is good. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarter.
He uncorks one deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Handoff from Alton. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Moulton. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move, it's Phillips. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's a heat, and down he goes.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Look out, he's got room. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
To the air on 2nd down. Right on target this time. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running inside, it's Singleton. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which...
Maybe some room here. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throwing that touchdown pass.
And he added the extra point. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive